My name is Mari, and
sorry, I can't. That was my beat. Miss
Tradprincess, let's get it right.
Get it right!
my name is Tradprincess. Get it right. Just kidding. My name is Mari. Please don't call me Tradprincess.
Oh my god, is that Tradprincess?
Oh my god, shut up. My name is Mari, and I'm here to climb the Price of Evil because I have nothing better to do.
Nice.
And what's going wrong with me that I want to climb this? I don't know. Years ago, I made a spreadsheet of all the infamous, scary or hard Offwidths, and I've just been slowly chipping away, and Price of Evil was the top of the list, except for Century Crack, because I don't want to do that right now. So yeah, this is the last one, and I want to get that list done. So Mason Earle put up the Price of Evil, and Mason Earle Offwidths are harder than anybody else's Offwidths. I think about them with a little bit of fear and respect, because I know I'm going to hurt, and I know it's going to be hard. And I know the grade is not going to reflect the amount of work that I have to put in to do it. And so Price of Evil was one that I was like, oh man, it's a Mason Earle Offwidth, it's 513, hardly anybody's successfully done it, that one's gonna be hard. And in 2020 I went and scouted it, and yeah, it was ridiculously hard. And so I didn't come back until I figured I knew enough to try again. I think not only is the movement hard, but figuring out what to do.
Yeah.
Which you think it's gonna be simple.
No.
Price of Evil, yeah. So basically, it's pretty hard to miss from the road, and I'd been looking at it every time I drove into the creek, and finally went up there with a buddy one day and checked it out, and immediately knew that it was something that was going to be really cool and probably pretty hard. Legend has it that Bob Scarpelli actually was the first one to go up there, and for whatever reason he never did the second pitch, as far as we can tell. I set to work on it, and I think it took me like 17 tries or something absurd like that.
I wanted to try Price of Evil because it was hard. I could see from photos that it was flaring and that it would be tricky, and I think that's made me intrigued to have a go, see what it is. And also it's the hardest Offwidth in Indian Creek, isn't it? And I was intrigued to see how hard is that. Price of Evil is big butt crack, and I think the effort that I put in was 13B efforts. Rounding the lip on Price of Evil is the most interesting move on the climb, I think, because the way I did it, I had to get some bad jumps and then drop the feet and swing around, which was always a bit of a gamble. And also it was important to get the face in the right position, just because the jumps are really deep in. So if my face was in the wrong position, I couldn't get my feet up because I got my face in the wall. So I think that was the funniest move on the climb.
You've got it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
To compare Bellyful of Bad Berries and Price of Evil, I think for Bellyful you need a basic set of Offwidth techniques, and then it's just a shuffle. While on Price of Evil I felt like I was using a whole repertoire of Offwidth techniques, and even techniques that I haven't done before, which was fun. Techniques that I've only heard about. so it's way more technical. I don't have much respect for Offwidth grades because they are all over the place. Climbs done by Mason Earle seem to have a consistency to them, be generally hard, and the efforts that I put in is reflected in the grade, I think, and that's not always the case. After I sent the route, Pete offered to clean the cams, and that was sweet. That was a sweet feeling.
Woohoo!
I'm so excited.
You look so stoked. Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty good.
I hear it's so fun. I hear it's a great time.
I hear Offwidth is just the best form of climbing, the most pure. some say.
Honestly, Offwidth is the most motivating form of climbing.
Yeah. There's nothing I like better than putting up Offwidths.
You know, when I think about doing an Offwidth, I feel full of energy. Instead of exhaustion.
When I think about Offwidth, it's the only thing that doesn't bring me back to childhood trauma.
Oh. Do you see that? Do you see that hole?
Some call it a cussy.
Do you see that? Do you see that hole? That's the price of evil. Looks like this. You go into the back of it, you climb out of it. One might call it the grand butthole escape. That's what I call it. I'm gonna get reversed pooped.
Price of evil.
I'm gonna crawl out of the butthole. I'm gonna crawl out of the butthole and up the butt crack. I'm gonna crawl out of the butthole, up the butt crack, and up the back. I'm gonna crawl out from the bowels of the crack. Is that what you wanted? Did I say the right thing?
Pretty religious.
They're so holy.
So holy.
They could pray. You know, my shoes are so holy that they go to service every Sunday.
Oh, do they?
Do they? Yeah, they do. They're so holy. I do not think that Offwidth is the hardest thing ever. I do not think that it is the scariest thing ever. I do not think it's harder than any other form of climbing. I just think it's a weird form of climbing, and it's kind of physically miserable. And that it's just hard on your soft goods because you just scrape along the crack. But no, it's not particularly scary, and it's not harder than anything else. So maybe I'm a minority in thinking that Offwidth is very reasonable. It's very hard to learn because I don't think it is intuitive, but other than that. I have a lot of respect for Mason Earle for sandbagging his Offwidth grades when there seemed to be a wave of inflating Offwidth grades, and yeah, just get after it.
I hope you know that I'm gonna have the voiceover of you going, it's not that hard of a climbing, and I'm gonna cut directly to a clip of you absolutely struggling up there, having a bad time.
I'm gonna be silent because of that. I love that.
Nice, we are up in the butthole.
My Offwidth glove ate the wide boy's glove.
It did.
It did.
It's like some abomination now.
Yeah.
Some horrible, horrible mad scientist of Offwidth thing.
It's just to save time because I don't want to have to tape up every time. I'm just gonna tape it on instead of taping up.
Like some horrible monster from Offwidth hell.
Honestly, yeah. I just keep adding tape because I'm lazy. Sandy. Sandy, Sandy. Ah, sand in my eyeball. I got sand, it's multiplying, and I'm losing control. It's electrifying. Gotta shape up, boop, boop, boop.
'Cause I need a cam.
Oh, 'cause I need a cam.
And my heart heart is
set
set
on
on two.
And my heart is set on two. You better cam up, boop, boop, boop. 'Cause I need a man. Alright, watch me closer, Bernie.
Okay.
It is very ankle stuck. You better shape up, boop, boop, boop. 'Cause I need a cam, boop, boop, boop. And my heart is set on you. You better shape up. Boop, boop, boop. 'Cause I need I guess I'm technically upside down.
But you're still going hands first.
Yeah.
Nice. Any final words?
I'm super happy to finish my Offwidth tick list.
Nice.
And yeah, it was pretty anticlimactic to finish up a list I've been working on for a few years. But you know, it was a good journey. Sad realization is that I'm not done with Offwidth like I thought I was going to be. I thought that by doing this list I would earn Offwidth retirement, but I think along the way I discovered I kind of like it a little bit. That's messed up. No!
The real treasure is the friends we made along the way.
The real treasure is the friends you made along the way, and all the clothes I ripped along the way. Yeah, Price of Evil is hard. That crux is hard. It's so weird. So glad I never have to do it again. Heck yeah. The top isn't easy either. These have been my main Offwidth shoes for most of my Offwidth tour. I think it was time. I love this from all the heel toeing. Super funny. They're just not wanting to be attached anymore. The rubber stayed good, just everything else.
When trying Price of Evil, one time my ankle got as stuck as it's ever been. It was just wedged in there, like the bones on the ankle got wedged in like a wire, like a well-placed offset wire. And I thought that I would need a rescue to get it out, and I panicked a bit, or a lot. I panicked a lot. And then I got it out by just pulling the skin off on the side of the bones.